Hello guys, it's RagingRaptor here, and today I want to give you a review about the Achilles, the Tier 6 new British tank destroyers. But first, before we start, make a little overview. First, we will have a garage talk about the stats. Here, the gun on paper, then what I achieved in this tank, and how long it took me to get the the Challenger. Then I will show you the gameplay 1, then another gameplay to show you the full potential out of my collection of games which I did in this tank. And last but not least, a conclusion of how this tank was in my opinion and if it is suitable for medicore and good players. So yeah, let's move on. The hit points of this tank is 640. In my opinion, this is quite average when you, for example, take the Dicker Max with 550 and the SU100Y with 700 HP. The weight of this tank is 28 tons and the engine power 500 horsepower. This gives it a power to weight ratio of 17, and this is really good. You will also see this in the two gameplay scenes that this tank has an excellent acceleration. The top speed of 48 km per hour forward. This tank reaches it so easily. It's not a big problem. For that, the traverse speed is okayish for a tank, but it's not that good. Well, I had trouble sometimes to get an E25 which was circling me. Yes, I had problems with that. The whole armor in return is also really bad. You can see that here it starts from like also this tank it has, except for the back turret armor, they are glass cannons, all of them. Also the turret isn't that hard, but sometimes it can bounce something. For example, when it's such an angle that it bounces here on the side armor, or sometimes up here. But it's very rare. So let's move on to the gun, because the gun is a good argument to get this tank. It's the 17-pounder AT gun Mark 7. This gun you will have already unlocked when you probably played the other British tank destroyer line. The only problem is you need the tracks and the turret to mount this gun. Otherwise you have the Mark 5, which isn't that good. It's the same damage, it's less accurate, it has worse aiming time, it has worse rate of fire. Stock, this tank is really annoying, and that's why I took all my free experience to convert, which I had, which was roughly 50,000, to get everything unlocked. But yeah, let's move on. Back to the gun stats. The gun, as I said, has a rate of fire of 13.04 shots per minute. This is an actual reload time with this crew and medium tank gun rammer of 3.97 seconds. This is really good. Really, it shoots quite fast. But the big problem is these rounds. It's AP and they're quite slow. You will see this as well in the gameplay videos. The average penetration for a tier 6 tank is really high with 171. I really have to say I appreciate that. It helps you so much to pierce through the armor of enemy tanks. The gold penetration is as well really good. It hits 239. I think it's even the same like on the ELC. Okay, the ELC is even better, but I have to say with this gold penetration, you don't really have problems to penetrate IS-3s frontally on the hull and Tiger 2s, even on the upper hull. And yes, the damage for that is quite low, only 150 damage, yeah. It's a 17-pounder gun, what do you expect? But the strength of this tank, like the Panther 88, is punching that DPM. The DPM of this tank is really good. I really appreciate that. because it is a horrifying 1956. And yeah, you can rip apart enemies so fast. Also, the accuracy of this gun on paper is really good, but sometimes in the game on like 400 meters the gun struggles to hit a TOC too. Basically it hits the side, don't do damage because it was too low on the turrets, or just simply misses. This is sometimes annoying. Also, the snapshot abilities of these tanks aren't that good. But the aim time for that is quite fast with 1.9 seconds. This is also something which is really good. Already said that the turret traverse isn't that good as well, 16 degrees. And also what you will see in the gameplay, the gun depression is really bad. It's only something like till here. It's -5, I think, -6. It's not good. For that, the gun elevation, it goes something like this. You see it on here, something like here. I played this tank with a binocular, telescope, a camo net, and coded up, and tank gun rammer, because I thought the enhanced gun lane drive isn't worth the slot. And then till now, I hadn't 6th sense. I started playing this tank with 80% on 6th sense. And sometimes it was just annoying. You needed to make the poor man 6th sense look if the enemies are trying to shoot you. And yes, sometimes that lead into me getting instant one-shotted in tier 8 battles, for example. But with this setup, I really had good, how should I say, good battles, because the crew, as you can see, these 3 are new to this tank. This 3 I could took from the F3, because Centurion had one loader more, and this one from the TOC, not from the TOC, from the F3 to 15B, because the Conqueror had something like this. So yeah, I needed to play without 6th sense, and it was quite harsh. But the camo crew was quite okayish with stats around this, 2 full, 2 midi full, and 1 with nothing. But again, with this setup, with this camo net, I was close to invisible sometimes. I got a feeling, of course, because I couldn't say I didn't have 6th sense yet. But if the enemies didn't shoot me and didn't look at me, I was quite sure that I wasn't spotted. And also something very important to know is, I have now as well, here, the situational awareness, which gives me roughly 4% more view range. I'm not sure. But the base view range from 370 meters is really good. Without binocular telescope, I have 382, which is even better. And with binos, I have 477 meters view range. So basically, I spot till the maximum range which is possible. And even the rest, the 20 meters, are here to break camouflage of enemies. And for example, on Prokhorovka, which you will also see in the gameplay, it was really helpful, this good view range. Just let me see if... As you can see, even without situational awareness and binoculars, you manage to get over 445 meters view range. So, and I think this tank is worth to play stationary. And take your speed to move to another flank to help there. But yeah, let's move on to the games which I played to manage to get the Challanger. I have to say I played this tank only one battle stock, and this was, yeah, because I didn't like it stock and I was raging quite hard and I had so much free experience left from playing tier 10. But yeah, as you can see, I needed 66 battles to finish it. I played every battle alone without a platoon. This is probably a fail because, yeah, as you can see, 53% win chance, and yeah, this is kind of bad, I have to say. It's bad. But yeah, I had 53 victories and 40 losses, roughly. My accuracy is 73%. It shows again that the gun is really accurate 3 out of 4 shots should hit. I also made many shots which were not fully aimed, which missed, or on the move, so yeah. My damage ratio excuse me, I need to slow down, is 2.76, so yes, I try to do as much damage as possible. The destruction ratio, I killed 2.64 enemies without being destroyed, in return of 1 kill from me, 1 death from me. This tank has no armor, and it happened quite a lot that HE guns, like the one on the Panzer IV, the one on the KV-1S, the one on the T150, and RDs simply do full damage, doing 400, 500 damage or one-shot you. Yes, this is stupid. But yeah, the experience is 902 my average, which was good. The damage cost to enemy vehicles is 1336. So you can see I tried, and this is also because I know maps where I can stand with this tank without being spotted. Our damage received is 500 probably, so it shows me that in average I wouldn't die, but yeah, it's only the average. The damage cost with my assistant shows you probably that I wasn't spotting so much, but I tried to, of course, but sometimes, especially in tier 7 to tier 8 battles, I try to stay behind and snipe, because yeah, as soon as you get spotted you are 2-shot. I destroyed enemy vehicles 1.5 average, and I spotted them with 1.44 average. The maximum experience per battle was 2512, which gave him of course the ace tanker, and 3633 was my damage. For that only the maximum destroyed is a top gun, because your gun does so low damage that it's hard to get kills. I even considered to send a replay to best replays of the week for Confederate, but I think it wouldn't be such a good reputation for me, because I raged there, I wrote there, "Thank you very much, Talk to that you finished this guy," and beep you. Yeah, it was sarcastic of course. But yeah, I managed to get the first mark of excellence, which I'm quite happy about. It's 70% now, I won't play it anymore. I got 1 Top Gun, 6 high caliber, 5 Confederates, and 2 tank snipers, and even 1 patrol duty, and I think this patrol duty was even on Prokhorovka. I really have to say, in this tank I managed to love Prokhorovka. Then the fighter award, I got it 7 times, I dissolved 4 or 5 enemy vehicles, so yeah. This reward duelist, this was of course, is of course slow, because and in return sometimes I died, or yeah. I only got 1 spotter medal, I don't know why, but yeah. But here you can see I tried to do as much damage as possible. In 56 games out of 66, I managed to do more than my hit points, and I think this is this also shows you guys that I try to be a good player, and I manage it to do. And this is why my reviews are here to show the full potential of a tank. Because I'm good, and probably I don't want to be like a maestro or something like this, but sometimes when you look this video you can think, oh, I can do this as well, but sometimes you need to know the things by heart, for example this and this and that and that. You know the positions and something like this. So my reviews, I have to say this again, are here to show the full potential of a tank. And it is a chance that many of you guys will probably not get it, because the crew is not right, or sometimes the positioning. And also luck is there. But yeah, let's move on. My highest amount of penetration hit was 11, and the highest amount of hitting an enemy vehicle was 18. Also got 19 of bruiser medals for killing so many crew members or modules, and I even got 3 kills by burning. So yeah, I can say I like the tank at the moment from the garage stats. It was a good tank. My win rate is really low. I excuse myself for that because this is bad. And yes, because I played it alone all day long. But yeah, that showed you that probably also that I tried to carry. Before we go to the gameplay, I also want to say you something. The ammunition load. I would also say this to you like this. Take 30 AP shells, take 15 APCR for tier 9, tier 8 battles or really tough armored vehicles like 8015A or something like this. And probably some HE shells. These are my scary HE shells, I told them, for blind shotting or something like this. And especially on tier 6 you have the Hellcat, which has no armor. You will penetrate her. You have the Nashorn. You will penetrate that and do more damage. You have on tier 8 the RHM. You won't have a problem to penetrate it. So you can see there are several tanks you can use this HEs on. But don't take more than 5. This is my advice. A maximum of 5. Because there is a chance that you will probably lose every shell. And then you will be happy to get everyone counting. But yeah, guys, I think let's see you in 2 seconds in the first gameplay. And we are back, guys, and now we will see the first game of the 2 gameplay scenes to show you the full potential of this little machine. And still keep in mind, I really show the full potential, I think, and I don't have 6th sense at the moment, so there are, for example, thoughts which should have been avoided with 6th sense. The map is Fiery Silent, or more like Prokhorovka 2.0. Perfect match for me, really perfect. No RD, tier 6, a lot of heavies. And you will see why this is such a good game for me. But anyway, first, we needed now 10 seconds to go to 42 kilometers per hour, which is normally the cruise speed of this tank. He also gets easily on 48 kilometers, but 42 is mostly the normal when there are some ridges in the earth. But here you can see 48, no problem. And the first thing we will do is, with our superior camo breaking view range, as well as our maximum view range with the binoculars, we'll go here, wait, and shoot the first target. As you can see on 400 meters, this shot wasn't a big problem to hit. Still, I was staying here to wait to see if other enemies are coming. But poorly, nobody came. And I have also to say that normally I don't really like going down on the 1-2 line because it's so boring. You're just camping down there. Here you can see also that the back speed of 12 kilometers isn't that good, it could be better. And the turret traverse as well as the hull traverse isn't that good. But you can work with it. And at the moment I have to say, I really like how the model looks like. I really have to say, this is a HD model which I like. Also, of course, there are some faults in the tracks, for example, that they're still going into the ground when the ditch is too steep or something like this, but still I have to say it looks great. For example, now I take the free cam, and here it really looks detailed, as you can see. Yeah, back to the normal cam so you can see what I did. Here, of course, I didn't know if I was spotted, but I think I wasn't, and as you can see, on the line 5 and 6, a scout of our team is rushing. So basically, I'm just pre-aiming down there. And yep, here we go, 2 spotted targets. And here is another big fault of this tank, flaw. The shots are so slow that you need to pre-aim so much. And here is I think it's better to shoot this one. And we even had more enemies, KB85. Some blind shot which I think hit. Also really good shot that I penetrated and detracked him. Now these are 400 meters, quite far away. But now the gun didn't have any problem till now. No problem, his friend takes the shot. And as you can see, the 171 penetration are simply amazing. And here you will see why I didn't got the top gun in this game. I was so tunnel focusing that... Wait for it. Okay, no, I think... Now it can't... Oh, no. I was really tunnel focusing. That... Come on. Here I missed. This was stupid. And of course a low roll that he survives. Yep. This is why I didn't got the top gun in this game. But anyway, the blind shot fixes it. I am happy that I didn't make again team damage, but when you probably know from my Panther 88 review, this is exactly how the team damage happened. One was in a sniping mode, and the other one was just a guy which randomly drove into my shot, because the bullet was so slow. But yeah, luckily in this game I didn't done any damage. But here again, the 0.33 accuracy strikes back. No problem to pierce that KV-2 out. Meanwhile, our team kind of loses 5-6, but no worries. The RagingRaptor is here to save the day and try to carry hard, as you can see later on. And yes, here I certainly knew that this T50 spotted me. But hey, lucky me, he bounced me. Let's have a look. Okay, this was not so good. I just pause it here to search it. But at the moment I can't really see it. Yeah, never mind. It was a bounce, I'm happy. No, I don't see it. Never mind. Move on. And here we could see again that they're pushing down there. And oh, I was like, will I hit this sniping shot? And then I saw, oh, only 5 APs left, so better load HE for soft targets. Having a fought back, it was a bad idea because the T50 had too much armor. Here I really needed to look out. Now, as I said, I didn't have any sixth sense, but at least the charge did something useful and killed the T50. Here again I was a little bit greedy, wanted to get at least a kill, but yeah. Here another T50, and again, you can also see the gun depression of this gun is really bad. This is a thing which also will be bad on Charioteer. At the moment from the test server, my ferry tank. They have no gun depression. But yeah, let's move on. For that I have a good gun elevation, probably you will see it later on, I'm not sure. And here, the turret... Oh, yeah. Not really needed to aim fully, but I hit it. And bye. And yes, now... sorry, I was some brain AFK. The wine was good, but it shouldn't be so good idea to drink wine and make a video. But it was Christmas, so yeah. Anyway, now we move to the left flank, because of course the enemies were only there. They camped the shit out of it, like they always do in Prokhorovka. And I was thinking, okay, first of all, snatch the kill or not, or will I? Nope, the gun trolls me again, and there is a kill shot. I was thinking, I think I wasn't spotted, so I can go in behind this wreck and try to snipe. And I'm down to 4 HEs, and 15 APCRs. Damn, APCRs have good penetration. As I already said, 239. But yeah, I was thinking, okay, here I have a good bush with a wreck with cover, so let's move into it and try to spot them. Funnily enough, the KV-2 wasn't spotted yet, but I still have really good camouflage. And here the Hellcat. Now I'm reloading HE because I know the Hellcat is soft armored and a penetration hit. This was a bad hit, and then oh, I got some bad hits. I still said I didn't know that I was spotted. Sixth sense is I think when you are an average player on this tank is essential, otherwise you will just get bada boom bada bang dead. And this happened to me several times in tier 8 battles where an RH aim just said pop and I am dead. For good players you can think of, yes, this tank has this and this amount of fuel range, he won't spot you with camo crew but camo net. But yeah, still you need really to look out. And yeah, still the enemies only have 3 tanks left. Here is another one. Excuse me. I stopped moving because I want that the camo net and the binos are readied up. And then the Hellcat, or was it... I was still focused on this tank. And I got him. And here's another one. Where I was a little bit... No, I wasn't greedy, just a VK aim was just like, you don't get your top gun. Yes, it was that VK down there. And yes, he stole my top gun. But yeah, as you can see now, this game, I used my fuel range with binos, which I really would like that you guys take it as well. You don't need enhanced gun lane drive. So yeah, the shot would have hit, but this little guy just thought, no, you don't get it. So yeah, let's shortly make a transition and see the stats of this battle, because I think you will certainly like to see how it was. And here you can see it was a good game. An ace tanker, 2200 damage without a daily win, and the Confederate medal and a shitload of other medals. 3500 damage and 1000 stunning damage. For tier 6, I think this is good and showed you the potential of this tank. But it wasn't the best battle. The best battle will come shortly after, but let's discuss that to the finish. 31 shots and 39 from 39 shots, 31 hit. So here you can as well see the accuracy is really good. And yeah, from team I was outstanding. I would have got the high caliber as well, but the KV-2 got it because our Churchill drove into my shot. Of course it didn't do damage, but as soon as you do deep damage, you will get you won't get that medal. And here in the last picture you can see that from the 31 hits I hit, 27 penetrated. The snipe was real with 2899 damage. I would also have got the medal for sniping, but yeah, as you can think, the team close to team damage didn't give it to me. So this was it from the first replay, and see ya in 2 seconds for the second one. Hello guys, and here we are on the second replay. And basically, we are again lucky. It's a tier 6 battle, and damn, the enemy has 3 talks. Talk, who's there? My damage, of course. Still, we don't have 6th sense, but let's see what we do. And we'll do... go, of course, to the first camping position which is possible. I have to say, yes, it's a paper tank. You need to scout with your free range, being passive and doing damage. This is what you need to do. And yes, it's a more like campy tank. So basically the first thing what we do, we stand here, take our camo net and our binos and just wait for the enemies to appear. And there we go.
Enemy armor is hit.
We needed again not really aiming. Here a little bit bad luck that I didn't hit the right place, but here again no problem to penetrate him. And then he was already away. Here I wasn't sure if I was spotted because he was kind of looking at me. Here the gun again shows that it has no problem, except that one is stealing your kill. Would have been my top gun at the end. And here we pierce the top, no problem. Yeah, I wasn't sure again if I was spotted. He was shooting my direction, probably because he tried to make a blind shot. And then I saw, oh, yeah, our Tog 2 standing behind me and spotting me. Or more, he is spotted and I would receive the shots. But yeah, here again, no problem. Good sniping shot. This happens quite often that the gun hits like this. And then he was already dead. And here from my side was the time to move on. Because there was nothing else coming to the mid. And up there were a lot of enemies. And I like the wall. I need to hug it. Here I was somehow, I don't know. Anyway, struggling with the gun depression. And now again, sorry guys, it's more or less a campy tank. But yeah, waiting for the enemies to be spotted again or being spotted by me. And he was spotted and I missed. Also, as I said already, the gun shots travel really slow. This is a really big problem, I think. This is also why you quite miss something. And another shot, no big deal. And the killing blow goes off. But he retreated exactly then. No problem. The Jackson is our next target. Wants to be pierced. And again the bullet was just too slow. And here good situational awareness of myself to see, oh, he is aiming at me. And there I was just like, oh yeah, I will try to, oh, never mind. Being sneaky and something like that. There our Hellcat overestimated the Jackson. Underestimated, excuse me, wrong word. But here again I tried to make a hasty snapshot, but it didn't connect. And again, yeah, tomatoes. Yes, he was a tomato. But for that I get this kill. And do we see this one? Not really. Because your alpha damage is quite low. And at this point I saw, no cap, I can get more damage. But first of all, never mind, no kill for me. But here at the moment I didn't receive any shot. Okay, it was lucky that Tog 2 of us was camping behind me. This was stupid from him. But yeah. And again you can see I have to struggle with the gun depression. This is the biggest flaw of this tank, the gun depression. It's maneuverable, it's speedy. This is something which in my opinion makes a good tank. Being capable of changing the flanks, the position, to go to your damage. Of course, when I have so many bells on a checkpoint 100, you could say, yes, it's no big deal. But I really need to fight to get sometimes the damage. But yeah, never mind. We finish off this Tog 2. without big deal, punching the DPM again. And we are back to 1 AP. So far, 29 shots used. Here to talk again, once you get some hits. I really don't know how often I was really spotted, but here I was on this 100 meters, and then I was beaten up quite hard by him. And I missed so many shots.
Enemy armor is damaged. Gunner's injured. We're shooting blind. Enemy is hit.
And still with that gunner, I managed to hit him somehow. I didn't realize that my gunner was dead. Till now, I am invisible because my camo net was working again and he couldn't see me. I could kill him thanks to my camouflage, but the engine is down and yeah, this tank with that engine, no more fast. But yeah, I was thinking, ooh, the KU-1, is he looking probably at me, wants to finish me off, but he wasn't, so easy peasy. Do some more damage. Kill him for the victory blow. And he says right, got him. But what gave us this game, or what gave this game for me? Basically, this game gave me, again, an ace tanker, as you can see. High caliber. The highest amount of damage I ever received and the highest amount of experience I ever received. I think the important part to note about this was that I did also 1200 spotting damage. This tank is capable of passive scouting. And yeah, 3600 damage by my own is also really good. I was really lucky that I had 3 talks and on every talk I made at least 4 shots. And as you can see, superior damage. I made 2000 more damage than the enemy. Pop damage dealer. And 2200 more than our talks. I would say again an excellent display of what is the potential of this tank. Yes, 41 shots shot. 26 hit. Here the accuracy was a little bit lower than in the other game. Especially on Excelsior, as you could see. But from this 27 shots, 26 penetrated. And this is a fairly good penetration rate. Of course, it was a tier 6 battle. I don't know any replay where in a tier 8 battle I performed excellent, something like 3000 damage again, or 4000. I'm really sorry, but I think when you see this in here, you can see that in tier 6 it dominates. It really dominates. I think it is time that we move back to my garage and finish it with a good conclusion to say what this tank is for you, or is it not for you. And we are back in my garage. After 2 games which should show you the full potential of this little tank. And yes, in my conclusion I would say his pros are punching the DPM. It is a superior DPM puncher, yes. 1900 DPM is amazing for tier 6. The gun is accurate and has a really good penetration. It is the platform where this gun is mounted is mobile, and this is a thing, in my opinion, which is really, really, really important. You can have an excellent gun on a tank which is slow, and then it isn't good. So yeah. But what is the con? The con is the gun depression and the armor. These are the only 2 cons which I see. Every gun doesn't hit everything, so yeah, no problem with that. But the armor is bad, you get penetrated easily with HE. Here, no problem. You get penetrated by tier 6, tier 8, tier 6 and tier 5 HEs. Here, full damage, and even here sometimes full damage. And yeah, the gun depression. And the gun depression is, in my opinion, really bad. But yeah, also to the pros, which I already now again figured out, is with binocular telescope. This tank has excellent fuel range and also quite good camouflage. But yeah, conclusion. Are you an average player? I can say, learn this tank and you will have a good time with it. But this is my opinion. You need to get 6th sense first before you play this tank. Otherwise it will happen that you are out of position, get spotted in tier 8 battles and instantly are dead. In tier 6 this can happen as well with HE calibers and something like this. You need to have excellent situational awareness. What is happening around you? That you can know what to do when you don't have 6th sense. If you have and if you learn this tank, it is a really pleasant tank. And I also have to say, in these battles I made, these 68 battles, I didn't had one blow up. Well, I didn't got blow up once. But the AMRAC sometimes receives a hit and the engine here, the transmission, receives a hit. Another thing which is sometimes a little bit annoying is that when you get hit by HE like here or here, commander, gunner and or loader is dead, and this is kind of annoying. Well, you have only one medkit and I don't want to get a premium medkit. The premium extinguisher is expensive already. But yeah, as I said already in conclusion, if you want to learn the tank, it is a really great tank. I had a lot of fun with it, the gun was good, and I'm really looking forward to play the Challanger, this little thing, with that like a sir hat. And the strong bike armor. And I also think he is really fast. I think it's something right 82 kilometers per hour. It's something like a Cromwell chassis or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a British tank expert. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It is really pleasant to make videos for you, especially reviews, to show you my thinking of a tank and to show the full potential of a tank, I think. This is also my thing why I want to do a review. Of course, Mighty Jingles and others can do this as well, and I really probably also copy something because they are famous. But I have to say, I want to show it from my perspective, and I really try to get the full potential. I already said it many times now, but I really want to get the full potential out of a tank. And that's why I try to make the reviews by myself, because sometimes I got a feeling that other YouTubers don't receive that goal, which I made for myself. But anyway, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. Have a Merry Christmas. I really had a nice dinner with my family. I hope you had as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. If you found the video good, informative, if you now see that this tank is a capable tier 6 TD, well, then write it in the comments, give a like up. And if you want to see more reviews and more super test news of tanks which are upcoming, then subscribe. Make me happy, make me a little Christmas gift. And yes, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, in the last couple of seconds I didn't make any movements in this video, so I make this. So, okay. Because when you would see me, I am arguing something so much with my hands. It's amazing. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and as always, good luck on the battlefield.